Hello again, my fellow marketers. This is Will Smith, continuing my review of the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Today we'll get into Chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge, Personal Experiences or Observations, and it is the fourth step to riches. So let's start by talking about the types of knowledge as described by Napoleon Hill. And he says that there are two types of knowledge. One is general and the other is specialized. He also tells us that general knowledge, no matter how great in quantity or variety it may be, is of little use in the accumulation of money. He goes further to say that knowledge will not attract money unless it is organized and intelligently directed through practical plans of action to the definite end of accumulation of money. So I'm quite sure that everybody has heard the expression, knowledge is power. But it only becomes power when it is organized in the definite plans of action and directed to a definite end. Now, let's talk for a moment about what an educated person is. Just because you know when the War of 1812 was fought, doesn't mean that you're an educated person. Napoleon Hill tells us that an educated person is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. Educated people have developed the faculties of their minds so that they may acquire anything that they want or its equivalent without violating the rights of others. Educated people know where to get knowledge when they need it. And how to organize their knowledge into a definite plan of action. Educated people also use mastermind groups where they draw upon the knowledge of others who may have an edge on them as far as different types of knowledge. So people like Henry Ford and Dave Thomas of Wendy's relied very heavily on mastermind groups because they were not the most well-educated in terms of being formally educated people, that there ever were. But yet they were able to run very successful businesses. So I'm going to end this chapter by covering what distinguishes successful and non-successful people in terms of what type of knowledge they've acquired during their lifetimes. Napoleon Hill tells us that as knowledge is acquired, it must be organized and put into use for a definite purpose through practical plans. Knowledge has no value except that which can be gained from its application towards some worthy end. The author sums up successful and non-successful people in the following way. Successful people in all callings never stop acquiring specialized knowledge related to their major purpose, business, or profession. Those who are not successful usually make the mistake of believing that the knowledge acquiring period ends when they finish school. The truth is that schooling does little more than point one in the direction of how to acquire practical knowledge. So that ends my review of Chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge. I will review Chapter 6, Imagination. the workshop of the mind on my next video. Until then, have a happy day and a prosperous life.